Right now they're forming, so can we rotate?
Not
No.
right now, no.
No. So what do we want to do if we're against Orisa? You just said it already, but I'm just asking again.
Burn cooldowns before she gets on top.
Exactly. So we want to force these cooldowns. So if our Bastion and Sim are pushing this side, are we forcing cooldowns on the Orisa?
No.
Nope.
No. And then we get picked. So let's look at the backline. What happened here?
I get
I feel
booped.
like this tracer just 1v2s.
No, he gets frequently booped on this map.
Okay.
I don't like how I almost lost that.
That was a bit random. Okay. So they just want a weird duel. Alright, so let's look at. Oh, it's all random. Okay. Okay, I guess you guys trade on points. Okay, it's a bit random, so it's a bad fight example. Okay. So now it's Legion Garden, so people can touch very fast. So it's gonna be a long fight, I guess. Orisa use both cooldowns. Kill Ryan with CDs, trade Orisa. Now it's equal. They're one up. 3v4, 3v2, 4v2. Alright, so you guys finally lose. Alright, next fight. Okay. Oh, Jesus, you guys go straight in. Okay. Alright. So what's our win condition here?
Bastion.
Force the rest of CDs.
Okay. Yeah.
Sunbeam?
Okay, so with Brawl, we talked about this before, right? Remember on King's Row? With Brawl v Brawl, you always want to take a rotation where you have the best fight opportunity, right? Do you understand that, team?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Alright.
Yeah.
So if we push this bridge, is this like a good fight area for us?
No, it's
No.
okay.
No.
No. So where do you want to go?
TP
the
over because they don't have they don't have Lucio or anything, so our risk of getting booped is a lot lower.
Okay, so is a TP like over here? Is this a good TP now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the only problem is it's still a bit risky for the spear, but
Yeah.
it's okay. Because Lucio's dead, right? But if the Lucio was alive, is this a good TP?
No.
No. So how do we TP to point if the Lucio is alive? Which TP options do we have? It's basically like two main ones. All three. Which TPs do we have?
I mean, we can like from there, or because we could just run.
If you
right.
start walking the wall, you can TP directly on the point, right?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
From here?
Yeah.
Yep. So that's one, right? But there's three. So which
There's
other one do we
three.
have?
You could TP into white.
So
TP
from
through
here
the
to here,
window.
right?
Well,
That's
man, I
two.
think that would have the same issue.
You know, it's not the window.
So which is the third one?
Is it just TP past them on bridge? Maybe.
No, it's here. Here to here,
Okay.
because you can TP around here. This is a safe TP. So
Okay.
overall, in OWL, they mostly go for these two because it's the safest, okay? Because it's unboopable. But this one is situational, okay? So let's see which rotation you guys take. I'd say decent, right? Because Lucio's not there, you guys can touch.
It wasn't
now
a
you
bad
guys
one
are-
as well because they couldn't get booped, right? Because Lucio was dead.
Well, right now Lucio's dead, so it's fine. But
Yeah,
if
that's what I'm
Lucio was
saying, that's why
alive,
that was a good choice.
yeah, that's what I said. So it's good because Lucio's dead, right? I emphasize that. But if the Lucio was alive, this one would be very risky, right? Because of the boop here. Anyway, you guys go point. So now, what do you need to do?
Burn Orisa cooldowns.
Orisa.
Yeah, Orisa cooldowns and then and
Set up
then
Maybe back-
angles.
Rest of cooldowns, then force out support CDs. Is it support CDs next? Like force out more, or
no. First, you want to force Orisa cooldowns, and what do you want to do? What do you want to do after that? You want to use your
TP or
Who
form?
leads our form,
Right,
right?
Form.
TP.
TP and form, right?
No.
Exactly. So the goal here is pretty simple. Just make sure we match the Orisa cooldowns and then TP, right? Because otherwise you have no win condition to just poke us out. So now they're forming, so we can't match, so we chill. But now we form as well. So question for our Bastion: when do we form? If it's brawl,
So-
is it brawl v brawl?
So we don't form to burn Orisa cooldowns.
Not if we don't need to. Because right
Okay.
now they're forming, so we don't want to form. Because if we do form, then we're just matching and they can kite.
Yeah.
We want to have an advantage with our form, right? Because we can easily kite this. But if the Orisa is pushing really deep, then you form. So the question is, when do you form? Besides, if the Orisa goes close.
I think just once the Orisa's out of cooldowns and we find a good TP somewhere, then we form.
Exactly. So if Orisa no cooldowns, and
A good TP.
when we TP, exactly, and
When we pin in somewhere, maybe.
And when we
it's a
push.
cooldown on their comp that decides when we use
Oh.
the brawl form. I learned this from the coach of SRP Check, who is the brawl team, right? The EU brawl team. They always use form for one cooldown in this comp. Which one is it? I told you
Amp.
guys last time as well, I think.
Immor?
Amp.
It's amp,
Yes.
isn't it? Yeah.
Amp. Yes, correct. So we either want to use form for amp, or if Orisa goes close, or for TP. Right? Do we
Okay.
understand so far?
Yeah.
Yes.
So now we're already like really split. You see that?
Mhm.
Because right now we're not focusing on
Yeah.
forcing cooldowns. Right now we can see Orisa has gold. So if she's golden, do we want to go in or do we want to go
No.
out?
Back out.
Out, right? But now because she's golden, we're not going out. It's GG. So can't win that. So well actually you guys, it's random with you guys, so I can just watch the fight. If this is like a contenders game, like it's GG. When that happens, it's
Yeah.
over. All right, so you guys are okay. Interesting. Okay, and then it's 4v2 again. Yeah, that's no winnable. Okay. Okay. All right. So what's the plan here, team?
Then we go white, then we
TP to point.
And then
Burn Orisa
Force Orisa
cooldowns.
And burn those
Miracles.
cooldowns.
okay, but we have ults this time, so we don't need to do neutral things anymore. So it changes.
We can use
Wall
wall as
point.
split point,
And then
or window.
and then window if we need to.
Window with form.
okay. And then
Not for TP. Man.
what changes when we window and when we wall? What changes?
Does Ryan have to not shield as much or something? I don't know.
I explained it to you guys
We
last
can be
time. Like
more
when you
aggressive.
guys when we're comparing the Mei with the Sim. You guys remember that?
Yeah,
yeah.
like the
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. So what does the Sim wall do?
I mean, it cuts off different, did like I can separate their backline and stuff.
Okay, but what does it do for us if we're playing Brawl v Brawl? Talked about it last time.
Provide cover?
Allows
take
us to
cover.
get
I like
points
this cover, but
faster.
what does that lead to? That leads to us having a better?
Fight position.
Nope.
Is there something to do with closing space? I have no clue.
Better Brawl. Because we can now push wherever we want on the point. So we have full point control.
Oh.
So kinda you guys were kinda right, kinda wrong. I didn't wanna like lean too much towards what you said, right? I just want you guys to
Yeah.
think about it.
Yeah.
Point is wall, go point, and then force fight, right? Because you don't want to get in space. So you can like for sure you can invest your cooldowns with the wall. Because when the wall's down, you're gonna get your cooldowns back again. So you can do it again, right?
Mhm.
So we wall. So now the question is, what do we do with wall? Do we window or do we stand still or reform? So we're forming. And we can see already with the wall, right? They can't match. You see that?
Yeah.
So already we have full
Mm.
point control. You guys have to just go point and it's GG. You don't need to use any ults right now. That's exactly what you guys do. Right? So easy as that, right? Ball equals just go point if it's brawl v brawl. Get point control. Okay?
Mhm.
Understood?
Yep. Yep.
Alright, next fight. Okay, how the fuck did you guys lose that? It's so random.
Not going. The Tracer destroyed our backline.
So Tracer. So what I'm noticing every time is that our BAP is never healing our Lucio. Did you guys have a fight IRL or something? Or
No.
Nelly hates me. It's okay.
I think I'm just too concerned about like letting our die.
I
Okay,
will say
'cause
it is also on me because I'm not gonna lie, I get a little ego heavy and I'm like, oh, I can 1v1 Tracer.
if you
and-
think you can
but-
1v1 Tracer, then just play Tracer yourself. Like that doesn't make any sense. You're playing Lucio, so you don't want to 1v1 a Tracer. You just want to bait the Tracer to go to you and get heals and then fight the Tracer because you're not supposed to win that. So yeah, like you doing this is like cringe. There's no reason for that. So yeah, make sure that if we're playing the brawl and you guys are playing against flankers, that your Lucio marks the flankers, but your Lucio doesn't int on the flankers. Okay. So marking means just poking them out and playing in heal range. Because marking is really important on Lucio. Like if they played Genji, right? If they're playing the full Boston comp, which is like Genji instead of Tracer, your only goal on Lucio is just to boop away the Genji. That's it. Okay, you don't need to do anything else because their win condition is for the Genji to get value. Your win condition on Lucio is to deny that value.
Yeah, and I can't do anything if I'm dead.
Exactly. Being dead is not epic. Alright. So they have pulse, nothing else. Last fight. Let's see which TP you guys take. Nice lamp. Let's see. You guys are sitting next to point still. Window, fire strike. What's going wrong?
I
We
mean, I
didn't use our
TP by
cooldowns
myself.
together.
Yeah, we need to TP. That's pretty much it because we can't charge the form. So because we charge the form, we die. That's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
When you guys invest ults. Oh, you're equal 4v4. No, they use ults here and they win fights. Okay. Alright. Alright, it's TP points. It's good. Okay, now they have Echo, Tracer, Brawl. What is your win condition here?
Care Bap. Bait me. You bait Ryan basically. And you just carry your Bap and then they try to run on them.
Care, Bep. Bait what?
Bait the Ryan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do we play? If we have point of like control of this point, what do we do?
Deny angles from them.
Okay.
You could also, since they don't have a Bastion form, it's easier to like, I think it would be easier to use our own form. As long as we keep Bastion alive, we can burn Orisa cooldowns much faster.
Okay, so already said we wanna burn Orisa cooldowns, right? So what you're saying there is correct, right?
Mhm.
But the real question we have to ask ourselves here is how do we burn these cooldowns correctly? If you watch any like Korean contenders on this map, you'll see a lot of Rhine, and they always do the same thing against Orisa. And you'll see, and if you watch the Boston, watch Spitfire on this map as well, you'll see that they do something that we're gonna go over in a second. So first things first, we said there's 3 triggers for the form, right? What are those 3 triggers against this comp?
And
Amp. What else?
Orisa going in too deep.
Exactly. Good. Good. What else?
And no cooldowns on her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But there's 3 main ones.
And TP.
PP. Exactly. So those are the 3 main ones. So I want to zoom in on this one. So how do we create a scenario where the Orisa has to go in? I want you guys to
Sure.
think
Control.
about the point. Okay. How can we force the Orisa to go point?
we
We
sit
we
farther
stand on
back.
point.
Exactly. So this is why, if you watch Spitfire, they will always, always, always like sit back and hug the corners.
Hmm.
Because then the Orisa has to go forward to poke. You guys understand?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then when the Orisa goes forward, that creates a TP corner here, where we can TP and match and kill the Orisa. You guys understand?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so basically we're wanting to bait her into open space, so
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. That's all you're trying to do. So right now, look what's happening. You're trying to match their cooldowns, their poke cooldowns, with no poke cooldowns. So now she just goes in and uses her cooldowns. And what do we need to do now?
Kite.
Yeah, just go back, kite the form, right? And then we're on this corner, we're chilling. If someone pushes us, we kill them, right? Because she already used her cooldowns to get here, right?
Yeah.
So now we just kite. But since we're not kiting, we're giving them space. But I think we
GG.
win this fight if I'm not wrong. Because
Mhm.
look how much space you guys had, and look how deep this guy's going for no reason. A good Orisa would definitely like just hug this corner and wait till you guys go on point as well, because they know how deep they can go. Because this is way too deep, right?
Hmm.
Anyway, so you guys seem to survive that. Urian is trading. Get the Echo Low as well. Yeah, perfect. But that's only because they fucked up, right?
Yeah.
That's not a perfect example, as long as you guys understand. Okay. Um,
Real quick, could I ask you to do a little bit of a like a very small like bat positioning thing on this map for this comp, because our bat
Please.
sometimes has some like especially mid fight will get pushed out of position, and instead of like repositioning to a different part of the back of the map, they're scarred from Nelly is scarred from getting booped by Lucio off the map, and so sometimes she will walk forward into point instead. Can you just do a little overview of what map should position and
no,
rotate?
just here.
Okay.
Here. Or you can go here. And if your team is pushing forward, you just go here. That's pretty much it.
Mhm.
But going over here on BAP is very risky, and here too. So you want to avoid those. Only if you have to. So let's say they're diving, they're pushing, then you can kite back there, right?
Mhm.
But
So
if they're pushing here, you just stay there.
what about when they're pushing me out? I mean, we should be like denying angles, but what happens when they're pushing me out, like poking me out from there?
What do you mean? Like when they're here and they're poking you out
Like-
here?
No, when they're like on the sides,
Here?
like the Lucio and the Tracer and the Echo, yeah, and
Well,
the
then
other
you
side too.
go. You go here. Now your Lucio can peel you, your Rhine can peel you, your Bastion can form here, your Sim can go here. It's fine. But you have
Okay.
to play around this block pretty much, because that's what we're protecting. Okay?
Yep.
Understood?
Thank you.
Okay. Alright. So you guys are one down, so you're playing slow, your Sim gets back. You're chilling. Alright, so what's going wrong here?
Where
Orion's too far forward.
Yeah, Ryan's a bit too far, right? So right now it's a little easy for them to punish Ryan. So a good Echo right now would just go for a beam with a spin and he's dead.
And
'cause we can't really protect.
I'm just food.
Yeah.
I was like thinking of it as like a spent, like how I played against like a Doom and shit. I just pulled point, but would I actually play back point even against Doom and shit like that?
As Ryan?
Yeah.
No, what do you do against Doom if you play Ryan? We already talked about that last time.
You hold point.
Yeah, just AFK point.
Just okay,
GG.
just hold point. Okay.
Yeah. So overall, just going away from our positioning and being like confused where everyone has to be. Okay. Of a weird, messy, random fight. So I just want to get a good fight in so you can actually learn. Okay, alright, so we have wall again. What do we do here with wall?
split up point.
Yeah, I mean we split point.
Yeah, so we bait them point, right?
Yeah.
You guys understand? Bait them point,
Yeah.
yeah, and then wall. That's it, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Let's see how you guys use the wall here. Okay, so they go point, you wall, you beat, they beat, so it's 2 for 2. You guys are brawling point, but not protecting our BAP, but still trading. 3v2 or 2v2. Oh, oh, they just win. Oh, that was close.
Almost.
All right, so if we look at this fight, what's going wrong here?
We're not protecting each other. I don't think there's no peel.
So here we can see, okay, they're engaging with a result. We're using B to react. Our sim is standing there. Our bastion is here. So where should our sim be if we're playing sim against their comp? What should sim be doing?
With the bat to TP him out.
Yeah.
TP your back around, right?
Or with the Bastion.
Or with the bastion.
Since our
yeah.
Lucio is with our BAP.
Yeah, so our sim should mainly be in a position just to deny Orisa. That's all sim wants to do against their comp. So right now, I think our sim is in a good position to deny, and our bastion also is in a good position to deny. So I think it's fine. The problem though is that we're stacking our Lucio and BAP when we don't need to, right? Because where should our Lucio be right now?
Helping Bat. Bastion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bastion or
Helping our DPS, right?
Yeah.
Because our BAP is fine with beat. So we failed with hitting the beat there, which is unlucky. So now we have no bastion. So where should our Lucio go now?
Those
Sim.
Sim.
It's
Sim, exactly. What should our Ryan be doing now?
Just holding point. Just focus
Okay.
point. Right.
Yeah. So who does he need to?
Be on Orisa trying to force cooldowns.
We could be like doing Orisa since she just wasted her cooldowns.
Yeah. So where do we need to use our shield? On who?
Shield their BAP off.
Yeah.
Yeah, shield the BAP off or the sim off, right? And right now it's the sim because our sim needs help to kill the Orisa. So that's what Orion's doing. But now we can see their whole team rotated, right? So when their echo rotates this way, where do we send our BAP?
To the
Yeah,
right.
To the
right
opposite
side.
on the
corner.
box.
On the box, so over here, right?
On the
other side.
The other one.
The
Over
other
here?
side.
No, above.
Oh, yeah.
The top right.
Who
top
can
right.
protect our BAP?
Right.
Ryan. Okay, so let's go back. There's gonna be a scenario that's gonna happen a lot of times when you play Brawl, because a lot of times they'll pick Echo or Fire to counter it, okay? So when this happens, and our Bastion's dead, and we have no threat control against the Echo, where does our Ryan have to go right now?
To the
Or
back
BAP.
wing.
Straight to our BAP, but why?
To stop to guard him from Echo.
Yeah, because what is their win condition? Because they have no Genji now, they have Echo, so what is their win condition?
Getting on top of our back line.
Yeah, and who's the only one who can kill the Echo on our team?
Our
Bad.
BAP.
The BAP, exactly. So their win condition now, because they have Echo, is to dive backline with Echo. Our win condition now is to make sure that we force cooldown trade on the Orisa and that we shield our Bastion when our Bastion's forming. Because our Bastion can counter the Echo, right? And that's why our comp right now is good against their comp. Because they don't have a Genji that can deny our Bastion. Do you guys understand now?
Yeah.
So their win
Yes.
condition just like spun 180, right? It's a whole different win condition, right? I just want to show you guys this to make you guys think, and I hope you guys learned. So write it down for yourself that when they pick Echo, that the win condition is completely different. And it's Ryan's main job to deny the Echo by just shielding the Bastion and the BEP, depending where the Echo is. So if the Echo goes left, our Ryan has to shield left. If the Echo goes right, our Ryan has to shield on the right. Okay, you guys understand that?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Yes.
Same for Fire, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
And then when you TP with the Sim, you want to make sure that you stack your BAP and your Bastion in the TP always. You guys remember that from the other example
Yeah.
I showed you on King's Row?
Yeah.
Yeah, so always stack those two, because when you TP, then you can burn down the Echo like instantly, because that's your main target. So right now, I'd say the best TP angles are these high ground ones, these windows.
Okay.
Because if you can TP here, you can force Echo out in Garden. And if Echo is on the outside, you can just TP on this thing here, and you can just spray her down, right? So the windows in these are your TP angles against Echo. Okay. All right. You guys want to go over other maps?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if do you guys want to go more of the game codes, or do you want to go over Scrim last night?
Honestly, I agree with Scrim last night. I think there was more to learn from that one.
I don't know. It's up to all you guys.
We
I-
we can maybe watch this one. I don't know.
And yeah, I think there was more to learn from scrims in this game.
Although we did kind of we had people on different characters at the end, especially. So
Yeah, that is true.
I guess I don't know. Oh, we could watch Kings.
I mean, also a big part of Scrim, like especially if you're talking about that last Busan map, was less about like what can we learn, and it was more about implementing the macro we learn here. So I don't know if there's much more we can learn. It was just learning to apply it.
sure.
Yeah.
Just yeah.
Okay.
Kings wouldn't hurt considering this is different than the last Kings he broke.
This
down.
was definitely, and this played different. I think why I really cared about this is just because whenever we're in like a tense scenario, one of the first things to just completely disappear is our Bastion TP coordination. Like that seems to just never be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
In mid fight, like usually before fights, like we'll call out good rotations and we'll usually be pretty good at that. But then in mid fight, when things are tense, like that seems to never be an object in people's minds as needing to TP to look for something. So that's kind of why.
I also have another comp that is really strong right now with the Sombra changes. Do you guys want to try it out?
Sure.
Yeah.
Stargate?
It's like on paper it's really easy. I think it's really fun comp as well, but it looks incredibly broken and like uncounterable currently.
Okay.
Love that.
Unless you pick
Dude.
like certain comps.
Sombra would be good for us. Starkey's a Sombra man.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
Sombra comp, so it's pretty good. I'll write it down because I played it in with my contenders team and my Calling Our Heroes team, and we both had a lot of success with it.
Which is there a VOD of that? Was that like a recent calling out here, or is that a scrim?
Scrim?
Oh, okay.
This comp, the Sombra Reaper Monkey Lucio Crico.
Isn't this this is just Banana Rush with Sombra?
Yeah.
That's
But now
funny.
with the sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, we did this in early Overwatch too. I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very different now though with the Sombra changes because before
Mm-hmm.
this you couldn't play with Sombra. You had to have a Reaper and a Sojourn or a Tracer Sojourn. But now with the new Sombra virus, you can burst anyone down, like in the map with your bubble TP cleanse. You can just stack all cooldowns in the bubble and you just blow stuff up. It's really strong.
So does it play really similar to the previous iterations of that comp?
Kinda. You just make sure your Lucio stays with your Reaper instead of your Soj. Before the fight, your Sombra goes alone and your Crico Monkey, they go together. And the key in mirror is to make sure your Crico pokes as much as possible. And The key in non-mirror is just to make sure you dive with the TP at the same time. So that's pretty much it.
So in this comp, so Kiri's taking off angles a lot more and poking
Yeah.
more. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys want to see a code, maybe?
I'd be down.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
That'd be good. I definitely want to see what new Sombra looks like in like team play.
Yeah,
It's just-
I've been kind of thinking about how to adapt with the new Sombra, just breaking down old habits.
Because yeah, Starkey mechanically is really good at Sombra, so putting him on Sombra would not. Would you be more comfortable on Sombra, Starkey?
Yeah, I mean anything hit scan really.
Gotcha.
Depends on if he gets over his
I mean,
rework depression.
Yeah.
So I'll show an example where my
I'd be
team
down for this
played.
as a practicing Kiri.
But my team played Brawl first. So pretty much we just were voting, right? And then after that they swap to the comp. And then they roll. Yeah, so alright, let's go back.
What are they
Right now,
playing?
oh yeah,
Oh.
sorry.
What are they playing Soj for with this?
I told them to go sim, but they wanted to try new stuff.
Oh, okay.
And we're trying people, so it's a bad example with the Soj.
You're like,
Sure.
fuck you.
Oh, there we go, they're swapping to it already. Alright.
Sean, you get to teach me Kiriko better.
Yeah. So I do have a question. So like the old Banana Rush with Sojourn, like a lot of the win condition was like getting your Sojourn in a good angle for like the one shot. So
Yeah.
is your big win condition jumping a virus target in this comp?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But for that, you need to make sure that your Reaper is in position for TP at all times, because the Reaper, like, you want to stack those cooldowns. So here they were struggling. I think they lost 2 maps, so
Wait,
just
you
didn't
said
group
Reaper
correctly.
TP. What do you use Reaper TP for here?
Guys.
You want to
Winding,
like
you know.
Reaper TP is like your trigger. Like you want to use Reaper TP, then Monkey Jump, and then when the Reaper TP animation finishes, your Monkey lands, and then bubble, and then you want to make sure you virus someone in the bubble. And then you want to make sure you cleanse the bubble, so you can just create a brawl area with the bubble. That's pretty much your goal.
Hmm.
Okay.
But
Do
you
know-
guys will see it after. Like now will be the good examples, because here they're not trolling
So, like,
anymore.
Cleanse the bubble break, or
Huh?
like cleanse after like right when the bubble breaks, or
Oh, depending on situation. Like if someone in the bubble like gets bursted, you just cleanse.
Or in a
Um,
situation like this where they're playing on, if somehow gets caught by an anti, you would use it there.
Yeah, exactly. Already anti-hits and
Mhm.
cleanse,
Or
so it
sometimes
depends.
sometimes like I know in old Banana Rush you could use like Suzu to preserve monkey armor, so monkey could brawl better. Like against
That's
Reaper.
in mirror, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
So here you can see, they just jump in with the TP, the EMP. They try and push, they can't finish, and then they use cleanse for the Reaper, and then they keep pushing with the monkey because he has primal. In the meantime, Doom's going for backline and copying. Then the Kriko TP's back. Monkey's juggling here. Reaper's forcing point there, and then using Fade, getting healed. They trade
Oh, yeah,
too.
slammed.
Right.
So you can see here it's very chaotic, right? A lot of stuff is happening.
It looks fun.
Yeah,
Do you
it's really fun.
on Sombra when you're like coordinating a dive? Do you no longer, or I mean, I guess it's kind of situational. Do you no longer like hack and then virus out of invis, or
Depends. If it's a DPS, you don't need the hack. But if you want to blow up a DPS and everyone's set up for it, and a DPS can't escape, then you can hack. So it depends which DPS it is too. Like if it's a
Oh.
tracer who doesn't expect it, you can hack. But if it's a tracer who does expect it, you can't hack, right? So it's very situational.
So in this comp, is it more like Sombra? Does Sombra play in bubble, or does Sombra play like in the periphery of bubble and then TP into bubble?
Both.
Both?
The Sombra just sets up to burst a target that is in the bubble. But the
Who's
Sombra
deciding
doesn't
plays
need.
in this comp? Is it Sombra or Winston?
Sorry, what?
Who decides who decides targets in this comp? Sombra or Winston?
Sombra.
Um,
I mean,
Mostly
it's
the
both.
Sombra and the Reaper do, and the monkey is just enabling.
Okay, gotcha.
But the monkey can call targets like, hey, I can jump this target, and then monkey goes and they follow, and then they call after they could are shooting. So you can see here, you can just dive really deep, right? And then you can go back, TP back. And they're
Lots of
trading on
mobility.
points. Yeah, lots of mobility, like all over the place. Especially because the new Sombra Transo changes and the bubble. Because now you can throw like 2 Transos per bubble, which means you can keep swapping your position in hack. It's like 2 Reaper TPs on your Sombra pretty much.
So Lucio, it looks like Lucio kind of goes in with Reaper, but doesn't stay with Reaper in the mid fight. Am I seeing that
In
right?
the pre-fight, the Lucio goes with the Reaper.
Okay.
Is the goals Lucio's goal is to get the Reaper in and then not die, basically, right?
Yeah. Correct.
Then Kiri stays alive in non-mirror, but Kiri pokes more in mirror.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm guessing that's looking for like,
Oh,
if you hit headshot, you could potentially dive someone
No.
before they get burst healed. Is that the idea, or
No
Or I
way.
guess
is it
in
building
mirror-
What do you
rush
mean
more?
he
burst healed?
lives.
What do you mean
Well,
burst
here-
healed? Sorry.
So the goal of Kiri poking in the mirror comp, is that looking for faster rush build, or is it looking to like make a dive target more diveable, or trying
Yeah,
to
you're just
quicker
looking to do
cooldowns,
more
or-
damage before the fight starts. Like
Okay.
Rico, you do 2 things in mirror. First is poke, and second is like heal bot, right? There's 2 things. And if you're like playing non-mirror, you just want to keep diving really aggressively, so there's no time for crazy flanks. So then you're just heal botting. So right now against this comp, all you need to do in Kriko is just heal bot. But if it's
Okay.
mirror, then you also want to set up before the fight for an angle. That's pretty much what it comes down to.
Okay. So you basically, yeah, okay, so it's having no neutral fight versus a neutral fight, okay.
So here we can see again, they bubble in TP, right? They're just stacking the bubble TP.
So wait, with this comp, in this specifically this Doom comp, what is Kiri doing here?
Kiri is looking to cleanse the Doom Punch, and the Pulse, and the Sojourn.
I was just trying to figure out what cooldowns she's looking for.
It depends how the cooldowns of the enemy team are traded, or who's hit. Like, there's
Yeah, I'm
no
just-
direct answer.
I'm not saying there's like a direct answer. I'm just saying like in this scenario with a Doom, what are you looking like? What do you need to? Where do you need to be looking to keep people alive?
Oh my god.
Yeah, okay. Well, you just want to generally just look to counter the punch and counter their engage with cleanse.
Okay.
Because we want to engage first, and you want to like follow up with the cleanse against their reaction. That's pretty much what it comes down to. Yeah, I don't know if this comp's gonna be meta at all. Like, I'm not saying, hey, this is gonna be meta, but I've just had a lot of success with this comp in all the teams I'm coaching. So I wouldn't be surprised if it becomes meta. But the only thing we struggled against was the Brig, Bap, Bastion, Sig stuff, because it's really hard to dive a comp like that. So if they go a comp like that, then you can go rush, and you can just go Sim Rhine and just TP on them, right?
That's in
Yeah.
Gooseberg.
So then you have like 2 comps you can wrestle with instead of just having 1. Because this comp is really easy to play on paper.
Yeah. Actually,
Okay.
Starkey, do you have a code for when, like last night we played the Sig comp kind of
You can do
early?
Blizz. You can do Blizzard World.
Yeah, that would be good. Because we've been playing some of the Sig comp, like the Sig Bastion. Well, we've been playing Sig
We
Bastion.
ran into the Sig comp for the
Lucio
first
Bap.
time.
Yeah.
Okay.
We actually played it once on the poll. I think we played it on Blizz, maybe.
So you guys played against this comp, right?
Yeah.
And then I think we switched to it later. Yeah.
All right. So how do you want to match this comp?
I feel like we can't just sit and take a corner fight with them.
It's basic
think-
brawl rules.
Yeah.
And this is how brawl works. Okay, you heard this on any EU brawl coach. Okay. They have Lucio. We have Lucio. Do they have Lucio?
No,
No.
Turn up them.
What does this mean?
We're fast.
turn up them.
Speed.
So who do we want to rush?
Hey, Brig. Sig.
Oh.
Brig.
Backline. There's your answer. Which cooldown stop us from rushing?
Form wall.
Form.
Okay, so which ability do we need to bait first before we TP?
Form or
Definitely
wall.
form.
Just
Wall.
form. Just form.
Yeah.
Just form.
So all we need to do
Yeah.
now is go close, bait form, TP after, GG. So let's see.
Did we switch Sig on this map too?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I thought
You
we
can't
did.
TP because they're not forming, and that's fine because you're winning right now. You're defending, so that's good. They're not forming. Now they're forming. Can you go in now?
Not yet.
No, they're still in
No.
form.
No, you can't go in. No. So now because you're going in, they can actually trade, they can force your shield, and you can fuck you up. Exactly, so your Ryan's fucked. So that's Charlie. Alright, here's you get picked trying to recontest because they poke you out. Alright, so again, you want to force the form, then go
We're
in
working on
after.
it.
So which rotations can we now take to contest point? Because the point is now at this corner.
You go all the way around.
You go through
left
Mega,
side,
right? Left side.
Boom, boom,
all the way through
boom.
left side.
Right, map control. Remember, you're playing Brawl. You want to get the best possible fight before the fight starts, right? You're not playing dive. Okay, understood? That means you want to rotate. So make sure whenever you're playing Brawl versus Spam or Brawl versus Brawl that you understand your rotations. If you're playing against dive, all you need to do is just disable the dive and force point. Remember with the Doom? Just go point, right? With the Rhine. You guys remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if it's against the poke comp, just rotate. Right? So where do you rotate to now?
Mega, like the point.
Over
This
to
one? Which other rotation is there?
right
You can go
side
under and
through the
TP to
mid
talk side.
under.
Under, exactly.
Yeah.
You
So there's
can
many
get
options,
Hydra.
right? Because if we do this one, we're flipping map basically, right? Because then they're forced to play on this side, and then you can just hug the corner, right?
Yeah.
So choose your rotations wisely, understand the map correctly, and rotate. Because this makes no sense against their comp. Because you're giving them a lot of poke angles here. Alright, so let's look at him. He's forming. So do we go in or do we go back?
We go back.
Back.
Go back.
We go back.
Back the fuck up.
GG. Next fight.
Starkey.
How soon do we switch Sig? I can't remember.
It's like third point attack.
Alright. So now we want to go on the backline again, right? But we don't want to play against the form. They're blizzarding. They freeze our Lucio. They use another ult. And we just let them ult and we don't react, so they win. Okay.
We didn't have speed for Blizzard, did we?
We did.
No.
Everyone got up
Did
by
you?
Lucio.
Oh, okay, I lied.
Everyone got up by Lucio.
Oh, yeah. Okay, wall. Pushed. Bastion dead.
Sim
Okay,
got greedy.
okay. Yeah. Sim gets greedy, so now you can still hold corner, because you're 4 now, 4v4. But now you want to go back. And then they out-trade us there.
Block shattering, yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, and then you guys swap. Yeah, okay, and then it's GG, because there's no TP. Okay. Anything else you want to see from this map, or no?
Played the Sig on third, I think. Or no, did we start Sig?
I don't think.
Maybe we
Do
start
you guys want to go over the SIG? Because it's going to be a lot of information if I add another comp to that.
Yeah, it's probably.
That's probably fine then.
Yeah, okay. Alright,
kind of-
any other maps?
Um.
We do Busan.
Although
Yeah.
one thing
That was like
That was a fun one.
Or
You
maybe
said
we
it-
can go over to questions actually, it's easier because I can answer all your questions. Because I expect you guys to have a lot of questions after a whole week of scrimming.
Yeah.
You
So
said.
do you have any questions, guys?
Yeah, you said at the very end. You said we swap Sim, so no TP. That's GG. But I
Yeah.
thought in an earlier session you said when we're playing against Sig, then we swap Sim for May.
Not the Sim, the Bastion. Because you can't match their poke with more poke. Doesn't make sense because they're playing a poke comp. So
Hmm.
when they're playing that comp, you want to make sure you swap to May Sim. That's what I said. Because you need to have the May against the Sig poke. And if I said it the opposite way around, I said it wrong. So that would have been my bad. But
Yeah, I guess I
you
wrote
want to
that
make sure
down
you
wrong.
use the May against their comp, which is really good. But you don't want to play the Bastion with that because then
Okay.
you can't go on backline.
Sure. Yeah, I guess I just had that written down wrong.
That could have been me too. Doesn't matter. No, the point is that you understand now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to make
Yeah.
sure that you use your sim TP to go on the backline because they have Brig, we have Lucio, we have fast rotation.
And you also
Okay.
have Ryan and the Brig, which means Ryan can fuck up the Brig really fast if you're smart.
Kinda. It's the Rhine is too complex to just look at it that simply,
Oh
but
no, I'm not looking at it that simply. I'm just saying Ryan is better into Brig than Lucio.
yeah, true. In that sense, yeah. That's why also for the Mayhem, play a little of Rhine to counter it, right? If you guys
Mhm.
watched their games, so. Alright, what else? Any other questions?
think it-
One question I don't think has been run into yet, but the concepts of playing against the Doom Dive, are they the same against like a Sombra Tracer Monkey Dive? Or I guess it may not be Sombra Tracer anymore, but
Not really. Because against the monkey, you can just use your Bastion to force the monkey out. So in general, monkey sucks against the Brine Brawl currently because of the Bastion changes.
okay.
So I'd say
okay.
if they go monkey, all you need to do, like their whole win condition is to hit the nade. So all you need to do is just shield the Bastion and you win. That's basically it against monkey.
Okay.
Okay. Have any
Mhm.
questions about that?
What about this new? Is
That
there
makes
a
sense.
specific way you play Brawl into this new, like Winston comp? This new Winston Sombra Reaper Curie Lucio comp?
Yeah.
How does that work?
How do you play Brawl into that?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't.
You just normal.
Yeah, you don't.
You just swap. Okay.
Yeah, you swap because if they dive your backline, you're fucked, and the only way you can counter is by picking Brig, but Brig and Ryan suck, so it's better to just swap. Like the reason the Sig comp can match it is because Sig is really good with Brig Bap, because they can take space together really well. So against the Sig Brig Bap, the comp struggles, but then if you play the Ryan comp, you can just roll that comp, right? So you guys have a good option of the meta right now if you have those two comps. That's why I thought it would be good for you guys.
Okay.
JJ's good at Winston, and Starkey's
Interesting.
literally a Sombra man, so that's not
That's
a
good.
bad comp for us. to have.
Well, that's fine.
Any other questions?
Huh?
Yes, no, yes.
Not really for you. I was just thinking, who are we gonna
Just-
have
just
put on
trying
Reaper
to-
for that comp?
I'm trying to think.
I mean,
of
like,
Played
questions.
Reaper before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have so in the Rhyme Brawl like mirrors when you're TPing Bastion. So you TP Bastion like in a mid fight TP. So you like 100% of the time you TP BAP with Bastion, is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
If it's a mirror, Ryan v Ryan, yes.
Okay.
Because the Bastion needs the lamp, because they will focus the Bastion with form. So you'll need to have the lamp to match their form.
Okay.
And then your Ryan has to make sure your Ryan sets down pressure. So your TP, your Ryan generally just charges to force a trade. Because with the form you want to charge if you're in mirror. You understand?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think I mean, my only question is, last night during scrim, we had they swapped to the Queen Genji, was it Soj, I think is what?
Yeah.
Queen
Yeah.
Genji Soj, and they pretty much cracked our comp at that point, and so we kind of had
The Ryan?
the Queen against the Rhine.
Okay.
We
Ryan just
really
destroys
struggled with
that, so I'm really confused.
Yeah,
Because all you need to do is just
we weren't playing.
all you need
our
to do
comp
is just
correctly.
like just hard focus queen, just form, TP, and focus queen and GG. Like the queen can't kite it. You just swing at her.
No.
Because the Kriko can't match the healing of the BAP. BAP has more heals, so the queen should be really bad against that. And if you're still struggling, you can just go Mei Bastion, and then you can just wall the queen and focus the queen with charge. And you win every time.
Yeah,
Because
that
Sim
was
is not as good as Mei against queen.
I guess we really struggled just focusing the queen. I don't know. I could be
We
tripping.
were also
I don't know.
boomed.
We were also just having a really bad night.
We were
to be fair.
boomed.
We were struggling with executing
We were
macro.
literally booming. Like it was bad.
I'm sure. Yeah, that could have been a lot of that.
I think that's what
Yeah.
most of it was.
Sure.
I'd recommend though you try the May then if the Sim Bastion isn't working, because the
Sure.
May Bastion's really good against Queen. So
Okay.
Trying to
okay,
think
any
what-
other questions?
Does anybody else have questions? Even stupid ones. Everybody, please ask your questions.
I think I'm good.
I'm
Alright.
trying to think of
Can't
anything
think of
else.
anything.
No, that's fine then. Okay, then we'll leave it at this.
Sure.
Make
That was a lot
sure.
of info, to be fair.
Yeah, it's with me again today. Make sure you write down your questions though for next week, so I can actually help you guys better. Because now again, I felt like we went a bit like freestyle, like all over the place.
Yeah.
It's better if you guys like recognize, hey, I'm struggling with this, struggling with that, and just write it like your questions down, and you
Yeah.
can take them
Sure.
with you here, and then we can figure out together like, hey, can we answer it now, or do we need to plan in a separate one-on-one for that, or stuff like that.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
and if you guys have
hello?
any questions, just send me a DM.
Oh, come on.
Starkey,
I just
what?
think
Are you
Yes.
disconnecting?
I just broke. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hello?
I think Starkey died.
We can hear you, fucking
Oh,
dingus.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just broke. It just broke. I'm sorry.
All right,
Alright.
I'll head off then, guys. Yeah, because I
Yeah.
have to go to a scrim in 3 minutes.
Oh, okay.
cool.
But just
Um,
one quick thing though is, do you think you'd prefer to live do a scrim with us, like sometimes instead of just VOD review? Do you think that'd be more beneficial, or?
I can if you guys want, sure.
I really think our comms need work. If you could just literally listen to our comms, I think that
I
would
think
help
that
a lot.
better understand, better identified some issues.
yeah, we could, but it's
Problem
gonna
is
be
our scrim
really
times are
hard
Suck
for me to
EU.
plan in. It's just because like I coach NA, it's fine, but the thing is, I'm too busy with too many teams currently. Like I'm busy with
That's
Saudi
true.
League, and we're training like all these Overwatch League players. It's really hard time, and I'm also doing the NA thing, which has a tournament soon, and then I'm also coaching a contenders team in EU, which is like really busy, and I'm going to 2 LANs soon in
Ooh.
France. So
That's a lot.
yeah,
That's
so
a
I
lot.
can't really fit more blocks in, and I'm also coaching a Dutch only team in the Netherlands, so it's a lot of stuff.
That's
So
totally understandable.
in a few weeks, like in 2 weeks time, then I can do that with you guys.
Sure.
But right now I don't have
Okay.
time.
Okay.
Well,
yeah,
chances
that's good.
are we aren't going to be making playoffs, so we're really just. Well, actually, I think if we win next week, we make playoffs, maybe. But if we don't make playoffs, we can literally just spend like the rest of like what would have been our season, just would have been playoffs, just practicing the comps.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Well, good luck, guys, and let me know. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Yep.
Yeah. Awesome.
Bye.
Bye, Bessie.
That actually didn't go, but I